My name is Helgi Eysteinsson and I'm the CEO of Iceland Travel based in Iceland.
Thank you for joining Breaking Travel News here at World Travel Market. It's day one. First of all, why don't we start with a bit of an update?
You mean, what's going on?
Yeah.
How things are going?
Yeah, what's going on? How's it going?
Well, things are actually going very well in Iceland. We feel that the business is under pressure, and we found that, of course, our currency has been appreciating very much. And with the dollar depreciating, it makes those markets a bit tougher. But still, what surprises us is the main source markets in Iceland, being the USA and Europe, are still quite strong, and especially the USA, which is nice. But the main growth we feel now is coming from Asia, predominantly China, and also from South America and Australia, which we see growth in Iceland. And this is something that's happening after the pandemic and is still going strong.
And what do you think is driving that?
Well, I think it's fair to say it's a destination. I think our work is proving effective, and when we're promoting the destination, we're putting a lot of work in it. It's not a coincidence, and I'm not sure that this goes for the business as a whole. These people here behind me, but at least this is where we've been strong in our B2B activities.
And from a connectivity perspective, have there been kind of significant kind of upgrades in terms of routes and capacity?
Towards Iceland. Well, of course, Asia and China is opening up after the pandemic.
Yeah.
But then it's a very exciting news that there was a new route with Icelandair introduced to Istanbul, which gives great connectivity to Asia. And of course, Australia as well. And we think that has a huge impact. On the other hand, interest from the South American market has been very good. However, we've had to educate them a lot on how easy it is actually to get there through the North American network of Icelandair.
And the product itself, tell me a little bit about kind of what's been going on kind of inside Iceland.
Well, inside Iceland it's constantly developing, and I think Iceland is becoming a very, very developed tourist destination. So the routes are more or less the same. The island isn't getting any bigger, or we don't have any new roads. But however, there's always popping up new things. And just recently we had a new lagoon open, and you would not believe that the number of lagoons that actually work and are being visited by the tourists. So that's great. And that's more, I think it's in a development stage now. So it's just, the quality is increasing and the products are developing.
And alongside those new markets, what else are you noticing in terms of trends from a kind of visitor perspective?
Sorry.
I can ask that one again. That's cool.
Yeah. Because you had that later on.
Oh yeah, I was going to do that one before.
Okay, sorry. Can we ask that one again?
Yeah, of course I can. Yeah. So in terms of kind of trends, what are you sort of seeing evolving in market?
Well, with the geopolitical situation in the world, what we notice now and have done numerous times before, that Iceland is considered a safe destination. And this is really important. And this is supported by a trend in multi-generational travel. So I think it's fair to say that Iceland is such a safe destination, you'd even bring your mother-in-law there. And this is something we actually, we've noticed this, and this is a trend. And this is a good thing for Iceland, and in the past it's always, it's been like that. And this is in spite the volcanic activity and the earthquakes and all of that we had. It just makes it more exciting.
I think that's the first time someone's ever told me anything like that. That's something for all the family.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And here we are at World Travel Market. Sort of, how important is being here at WTM to you?
Oh, it's very important, and you can see the effort that Iceland is putting into this, and we always make a lot of progress here at this show. So, this is one of the focus points of the year, and it's a great place to, of course, catch up with old contacts. For someone like me, I was just thinking I was here the first time in 2004. So it's a long time ago. So you catch up with old contacts. So it's like a reunion. But then, of course, you gather new ones. You get new contacts and new leads, and then you're just here to understand the needs of the customers and the travel trends in the world, and it's just really important.
And Iceland's always been very forward-thinking, pioneering when it comes to sustainability. Tell me a little bit about how you've kind of woven that into kind of the destination experience.
Well, there's a lot of talk in Iceland now about sustainability, and that's mostly on the part of over-tourism, because there's a visitor survey done to Iceland every year, and Iceland is very strong. Our customers are very, very happy with their stay to Iceland, but there's one thing, if anything, the weakness is that there are crowds in some of the popular destinations. So that's what we're thinking a lot about.
Yep.
And we just think it's so important because Iceland is an experience, and we really, really need to take good care of this aspect of travel.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because there's this whole kind of new sort of phenomena of under-tourism, right? How do you get people to kind of experience the whole destination rather than just those kind of classic Blue Lagoon style kind of visits?
Yeah. And Iceland actually, funnily, you have this problem, but it's very periodical. Iceland is an under-visited country.
Right.
It really is.
So you're not yet an all-year-round destination, you would say?
We are, but that's another thing.
Okay.
Talking about the trends.
Yeah.
What we realized just recently is that seasonality is on the increase.
Okay.
Iceland was in the past a summer destination predominantly, but when probably 2012, 13, we put a lot of work into getting people to go to Iceland all year round, and made a lot of progress. But just recently, we've noticed that summer demand is extremely high, but we're weaker in the winter, and that's something that we as a business have to work on.
It's amazing how these trends are so fluid, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And what about technology? Like, how are you kind of embracing kind of technology to kind of really, kind of improve that sort of experience?
Yeah, we've definitely recognized all of the opportunities in regards to AI, and it's a very strategic factor in our business. But having said that, we've taken a very, strict line in that humans will be collaborating with humans, but the efficiency in the back end, that will be done with AI, automation, and all the technology that could ever help. And that's what we think is a way forward. So, we want our people in the front line to do better, but we're not going to have technology replace them ever.
It's almost giving them more time.
Yeah.
I love that. It's a great strategy.
Yeah.
And lastly, I suppose a kind of final kind of message, call to kind of action.
For the industry as a whole and what this is all about, my message would be that we have to think about tourism from the experience perspective, from the standpoint of the experience. And that, that touches on everything, because that touches on sustainability, that touches on the experience of the locals, because if we don't watch out for that, we'll lose the room, like you say.
Thank you for your time today. It's great talking to you.